Greetings and salutations! I'm Skipper the 14th, and welcome to another episode of the Test of Time Metaseries. In the last episode, we finished up our game in Civ 4 as England. And in this episode, we'll be starting our game in Civ 5 as England. So, going back to some of the differences between Civ 5 and Civ 6, in Civ 5, each civilization has its own unique ability rather than just sort of a combination of pre existing traits. Um, and each civilization also has two uniques, much like in Civ 4. However, uh, each Civ has at least one unique unit and then one second unique thing that could be a unit or a building or an improvement or whatever. In England's case, they have two unique units, both of which are very, very good. Um, the Ship of the Line, which replaces the frigate. I believe it's just like a better frigate. It's faster and it's stronger. Um, and you have the longbowman, which replaces the crossbowman. And the longbowman has one additional range compared to the crossbowman. So the crossbowman has a range of two. The longbowman has a range of three. So both very good, very solid mid-game unique units. And their ability is +2 movement for all naval units, one extra spy. So we didn't see spies much in the Rome game. I don't remember if I turned them off or not. I usually uh, turn them off because I find them kind of annoying. But at least in Civ 5, they're like somewhat benign. Um, so it's a pretty straightforward bonus. All your ships move 2 extra tiles per turn, which is a lot. Um, Considering that's basically like the best bonus any other Civ can get with the Great Lighthouse Wonder and the exploration focus, not focus tree. That's that's Hearts of Iron, uh, policy tree. Um, and England just gets that for free, and they can also pick up Great Lighthouse and exploration for +4 for all naval units. So their ships are there's just be Thuman across the ocean and one extra spy. So as soon as any Civ enters the Renaissance era, every Civ gets a spy, and then for every era after that, they get another spy. Although you have to enter the next era yourself in order to get the next spy. So if if another player gets the Renaissance, you get a free spy, but you don't get the spy from the industrial era until you get to the industrial era. So, and England gets one extra spy. So, most players will be starting with one spy in the Renaissance era. England will be starting with two. Um, it's better if you're behind, because spies don't do too much in Civ 5 compared to 4 or 6, or even 3. Really, I barely use them in. I never use them in 3. And I mean, I've rarely used them in 3 or 6 either. 4 or 6 either, excuse me. But in Civ 5, spies can do basically one of two things. You can put them in an enemy, well, three things really. You can put them in an enemy city to steal tech from them. Although you can only steal a tech from them if they have a technology that you don't. So if you're ahead, then that's pointless. It's not going to do anything for you. You can station them in a capital as a diplomat, which I believe gives you an extra vote in the Congress, or at the very least allows you to kind of like buy their votes. And I think it gives you like some other modifiers, like you get extra tourism towards them and stuff like that. And you can also station them in city states to rig the elections. So like every certain number of turns, based on the game pace, you have a chance to get some free influence and like kind of lower the influence of everyone else who's trying to influence that city state. So, and you can also station them in your own cities to stymie enemy civs from stealing your techs. But like, all that really does is give them the tech for free. It doesn't like harm you in any way apart from like slightly shortening a lead you might have. Um, so, um, yeah, pretty solid Civ all around. Their bonuses are not amazing, but at the same time, they're pretty good. They're definitely a naval focused civilization. Obviously, they have 2 extra movement for naval units. Um, So in this game, much like the previous two games, we'll be playing on an archipelago map, which is a bunch of islands, very small land masses separated by a lot of water, and we will be aiming for a domination victory this game. And I'm going to promise you now, I'm not going to I'm not going to make a habit of changing my mind halfway through a game. Um, Technically, I've only done that once. When it came to the Civ 6 as Rome, I changed my mind uh, before the game, but I'd already recorded twice and so on and so forth. So this game, I'm going to go for a domination victory, which in this game at least is slightly simpler than in previous iterations, because all you need to do is take all the other original capital cities. And since it's an archipelago map, hopefully all those will be coastal, so we can just use our massive, extremely fast navy. To do that, we also won't be starting wars until we get to like the Renaissance era when the ships of the line unlock. Because trying to take a city with just the triremes at the very beginning of the game and the galleasses that you get in medieval era is like it's possible, but it's going to be very tedious, and it would just be easier to wait until we get ships that can cross ocean tiles as well, so we don't have to like snake our way around the coast. We can just make a beeline for enemy cities. So, first few episodes are just going to be us focusing on kind of building up our power base, and then once we get once we get like ship powerful enough that can navigate open ocean, then we will strike. So for the settings, not too much. Just gonna turn barbarians off for this one. I mean, I usually turn barbarians off for 5 and 6 anyway, because they're generally more hassle than they're worth. I just find them annoying and unfun. Especially on this game, they're gonna be very very annoying. For much the same reason they would be in Civ 4, because they're just gonna spawn a bajillion boats and you know pillage you to death. So without any further ado, let us. Oh yeah, and also I'm using a few mods. I think it'll be easier to explain once we get into the game. But I'm using my
Praises
handcrafted.
upon Her
Oh,
Serene Highness, Queen Elizabeth Gloriana. You lead and protect the celebrated maritime nation of...
excuse me. Using my handmade mod called Skipper's Tweaks. It's still somewhat in development. It's not released yet. I will. I'll probably make a community post when that gets released. It doesn't change anything about England. England is still the same as there in the base game, but it does change plenty of other stuff. And I'm also, I think I can. Yeah, here we go. Mods. So using faster aircraft animation, that just makes aircraft animations faster. Because in the base game, especially if you're using like bombers and you're like attacking a city that's very far away, like you have to watch it fly very slowly over the city, then do like a couple like circles around, or not necessarily the city, but like the target. You have to like watch it slowly circle around the target and then come back. This just makes that faster, so you're not spending like 5 minutes on one bombing run. We have historical religions complete. What that does is it adds a bunch of new religions that can be chosen. Mechanically, that does nothing. Like the actual name and symbol of the religion is just like some extra flavor, but it does kind of allow civs whose faith are not represented in the base game to have like, their historically accurate, like their what they actually followed, like allow them to like choose that as a religion when founding one. And what else was there? There's Info Addict. That is just like Info Addict. That's I believe this. Yeah, it just shows you kind of more information about the other civs that are playing, and gives you like the little score thing you would get at the end of the game, as well as it just shows you more information that's already in the game. Than longer city unit religion names. I believe in the base game, when you like name a religion or a city or a unit, you're you are limited to a like a character limit of 10. Like you can only have I think it's 10 characters long. But that mod just uncaps it to 99, so you can be a little bit more creative when naming things. Then there's meaningful city state colors. That one's kind of, I believe it's inspired by Civ 6, where it just basically makes it so that uh, the color of like a city state on the map will match what type of city state it is. So like all the militaristic city states are reddish, all the faith city states are all the religious city states, excuse me, are whitish, all the cultural ones are purplish, that kind of thing. Um, looking at our start, this is an interesting start. There's a lot of jungle, which is not very well. In the base game, it would not be very good, but in this mod, I believe I have done it some justice because I've made it so it chops as fast as Woods does, and you can also build. I believe you can build lumber mills on it. Yeah, construction lumber mills. So you can build lumber mills on these tiles to get some production from them, um, and they don't take forever and a day to chop like in the base game. So I think, and we have some bananas, some sheep, two different luxuries right in the starting center. We got wine, which is very nice, and excuse me, whales. So I think we'll just settle in place. Our city of London. So this looks like a pretty small island. I don't think we'll really need a scout to explore it, so I will instead start on a monument. And I think obviously the first, first we have to start with pottery, because if we want to improve the wine or the bananas, then we will need a calendar, and obviously we're going to need sailing. That's just that honestly goes without saying. Actually, I think we'll just go for sailing right away. Um, the only other thing we would need is animal husbandry for this sheep, and maybe bronze working if we want to cut down the jungle, which we might, because there are some hills underneath here. Ooh, those have also got some ivory over here, which is very nice. Yeah, that's the end of the island. I can tell this is kind of. It looks like this is kind of like this end of the island. So yeah, lots of small islands that everyone starts on. All right. So now that we've finished the monument, I don't think starting a worker would be a good idea because we don't have the tech to improve any of the tiles. So I think what we'll do is start on a shrine. Get started on a pantheon, ASAP. You've grown to the whales tile. Yeah, this is the unless this like keeps going down. Oh, it does. Look at that. That was a little bigger than I thought it was. Oh, it's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Wow. And here you can see a city-state. I believe since it's kind of like reddish pinkish, this should be a militaristic city-state. And as always, I go Liberty. And we'll also get a free worker from Liberty, so at least until we get a second city, we won't necessarily need to. Yep, Belgrade militaristic. Well, they give us the Hakapelita, so that's Sweden's one of Sweden's unique units. So we know Sweden is not in this game. Fun fact: militaristic city-states will gift you unique units if you're friendly with them, but only the ones from civilizations that are not on the map, like not in this that you're not playing against currently. Ooh, and there's some salt. That's why they consider the best luxury in the game, just because of the yields the tile gives you. Um, so yeah, probably be crowding Belgrade a little bit for space to get that, but I can already see two pretty decent spots. One here on this sheep, because yeah, we won't be able to like settle here because that's within London's range. Then we could put a city here to get the salt and the fish, and then maybe get Petra. That would be nice. Oh, someone's got a Pantheon. Stone circles. It's probably the Celts or Ethiopia. Um, they start with a very early faith. Um, let's see. I believe we should. I believe we should go for calendar first, because we have 3 calendar resources in our capital city. Then I will go for animal husbandry to get this sheep and also those over here. Then I think I'll go. No, we should probably go riding to get libraries. Then I think I will go mining for that mining bronze working to be able to chop down the jungle if we need to, and also to get the what's it called, the salt down there. Then we'll get trapping to pick up the ivory, and then I think we'll just uh, hmm. I want to get to optics early because I would like to build a great lighthouse, and the AI tends to build it pretty early. So I think instead what I'll do is I'll go for calendar, then I'll go for optics, then I'll go for the other techs I was talking about. Maybe we'll build the great lighthouse, then like worry about the next cities. Yes, start with the builder. Yeah, so there's nothing that guy can do for time being. Until we get calendar at least. Don't worry about needing to chop down the jungle to get to the bananas. One of the things that changed it was that so you can build plantations on jungle and marsh like you can in Civ 6, and you can also build oil wells on marsh like you can in Civ 6. So you don't necessarily have to clear them first. Now, we could go over there and like build a farm or something, but I think I'll just move this guy here and wait till calendar finishes. So, in the meantime, I think I'll get a workboat to get the whales, and then I will get a trireme to start exploring. Because we've explored this island, I think, pretty much as much as we can. Alright, found a pantheon. I think it's pretty obvious we should go for God of the Sea, +1 production from fishing boats. I mean, just look at all, well, like in our immediate vicinity, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 resources improved by fishing boats. I think that's a no-brainer. Alright, and there is calendar. And let's get started on plantation. And that extra production from the boats will also help build the Grey Lighthouse a little faster. And the reason I'm improving the whales instead of the fish is because the whales will give us happiness, and the fish will just give us a little extra yields. Yeah, so there we go. 3 food, 1 production, 1 gold. Very nice tile. Might be able to squeeze in another trireme before we've finished researching optics. Optics will also allow us to embark land units, so we can settle on. We can also like send units to go explore other land masses and settle on them as well. I think I'll actually build a scout so that once optics is done, we can immediately embark him and send him to start exploring. And also, we can start working on the Great Lighthouse immediately. Oh, there's Poland. I recognize those colors anywhere. Yep.
Ja, Kazimierz Wielki. Witam cię na ziemiach Wielkiego Królestwa Polskiego.
Yep, there is Poland.
Zamieniam się w słuch.
Alright, thankfully neither of us have writing, so can't do any any embassies yet. Someone has entered the classical era. That usually means someone has researched optics, because the AI loves the Great Lighthouse. So hopefully we're not too late. Oh, there goes the Great Library. Someone built that quick. Now it's turn 30. Guess it's not that quick, but yeah, there goes that. Good thing we weren't going for that. Let's only hope we don't get beat to the Great Lighthouse, because that would be very, very sad. Sad times. Ooh, Maritime. They give us extra food. Alright, it's Wellington. Yeah, the Maritime ones, I believe, are green, because they give you food. Ooh, extra pop. Very nice. That's a desert. It must be, like, near the equator of the map. That looks like India. Maybe it's Assyria, kind of hard to tell. We'll find out. Oh yeah, it's definitely Assyria. I can see on the minimap. Yeah. Yeah, he's got writing. Alright, so we'll just wait till we get writing so we can establish mutual empathy. So he must be the one who built the Great Library. Yes, he did. Alright. Makes sense considering his unique building as a library. And when you build the Great Library, you get one for free in the city. Also, the +2 movement you get also applies to embarked units, I guess. I didn't realize that. I don't think I changed that. I don't think I changed that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it behaves in base game as well. It must be. I don't think that's a thing I did in my mod. That's what I'm trying to say. There's writing, so now we can go back to Ashurbanipal. Yeah, establish embassy. Alright, what did he pick? Oh, he picked stone circles. Okay. So, he must have just, like, went straight for a shrine. Or gotten, like, faith from a goody hut or something. Do you have writing yet? You do. Oh, I do, but you don't. Okay. Alright, good enough. So, yeah, he's got a pretty decent start as well. I'm basically like praying that we get the Great Lighthouse because that would be. I mean, our ships are already, the fastest on the seas, but it'd be nice to like kind of deny that extra speed from everyone else as well. I believe it'll also give us great merchant points, which would help with befriending Belgrade here. Ooh, extra faith. Very nice. I think once we're done with the Great Lighthouse, I will build build another settler. Because we need to start expanding. I believe the Great Lighthouse also gives your ships +1 extra sight range as well, if I'm not wrong. Oh, another maritime city-state. Sydney. Wellington and Sydney. How appropriate. Wellington is the capital of New Zealand, and Sydney is not the capital of Australia, but it's a big city in Australia. Actually, is Wellington the capital of New Zealand? Actually, no. There you go. Yeah, +1 movement, +1 sight. Free lighthouse in the city in which it is built. There we go. So yeah, that gives us +1 food on all coastal tiles, and then another +1 production on all sea resources, whether they got a fishing boat or not. So, yeah. I don't think London will necessarily be starred for production. It's already got 13, which is not bad. Yeah, I think I will build a settler in London. We'll get one for free from Liberty in 2 turns, but yeah, it'd be nice to get nice to start another one. Oh, there goes Stonehenge. Ooh, Vatican City. Okay, so their villages ones are kind of bluish. There we go. Vatican City. Oh, another nice large island with lots of ivory. Just kind of looking for places to settle as well. Oh, now we can finally improve that. Because we just finished in Lost Retreat, I believe. Yes, here we go. Free settler. So, I think I'll send this guy down here first. Just to nab that before, like, Belgrade expands, like, too far. Oh, here's Egypt.
تحياتي أنا رمسيس الإله إنني تجسيد حي لمصر أب وأم جميع الحضارات
Yeah, okay. I'm also doing a little quick check to make sure. Yeah, all the capital cities we see so far are coastal, which is a good sign. It really means early aggression will be easier because we can just rely on our ships and not have to worry about ferrying too many land units over. I won't get too much use out of the longbow, considering it's a land unit, but, yeah, we'll see. Well, that would be a good spot. There's some iron, which we will need for our ships of the line, and also some incense. York, you start on a monument, and then we'll do a library. Then I think we'll just build 2 workers for York and whatever this next city turns out to be. I think it'll be Manchester. London demands silk. Well, Sydney has silk, so if we befriend Sydney... Excuse me. Oh! Archery for free. That's very nice. Then... Alright, trapping is the last one. So I think after trapping we'll go for masonry, try to get the pyramids. Actually, if I build the pyramids, I'll get those 2 workers for free. Let's hold off on those. Then after masonry, what do we want to do next? Why not go for currency? Try to get Petra. Oh, actually, what we should do, go for trapping masonry. Then we'll go for horseback riding, because one thing I've changed is that I believe I mentioned this in the last episode that instead of domestic traders being tied to the granary and to the workshop, I've made it so that they're both tied to the caravansary, so that you have a reason to build a caravansary even in a land-focused, and even in a naval-focused game. So yeah, then I think we'll go for currency to try to get the Petra in York. Should definitely get some trade routes up and running soon, even before we get the caravansary, because we are not making any money. Also, yeah, puts our happiness into the negatives, which is not good, but once we get that ivory and the salt, we will be doing a lot better. Also, once we get the ivory, once we get the ivory, we can build a circus in Nottingham, which is more free happiness. Quite literally free, because it doesn't cost any upkeep. Alright. Just continue exploring. Let's just queue up the pyramids here in London. I don't know if anyone else wants liberty. You want tradition, piety, liberty, tradition. Alright. Belgrade wants Sydney bullied. Let's see. I think we'll go for Warsaw, because that'll give us a science. Yeah. Now at least we're making money. Sometimes I get into the bad habit of just accepting every deal the AI gives me. I try to pay more attention to what they're actually offering. A horse. My kingdom for a horse. Oh, 7 unhappiness. Good grief. Oh, I just sold away both of my copies of wine. What did I do? Why did I do that? Oh, I'm such an idiot. And you can't cancel deals in this game. Without, like, declaring war. So, that was very dumb. Alright. Yeah, meritocracy. It's not going to help too much, but... Why did the game let me trade both of my copies of wine away? That's... Ugh. Alright, well, at least we have the ivory, so now we're kind of back up to pre-dumb levels of happiness. This is not a dumb-free zone, unfortunately. Well, looks like we did get the pyramids. Yeah. I know we got denied them last game because I focused on the Great Library instead of them. So, anything else we want to... We should build a caravanserai here in London so we can send some domestic trade routes to Nottingham and or York. I think we'll send some production to York so we can build... Ooh! So this landmass just keeps going, and there's Uluru. Great wonder. Great wonder. Natural wonder. Excuse me. Great wonder. That's Civ 3 terminology for a world wonder. And we got our great prophet. I think obviously there's only one religion we as England can found. I think we were actually the first to grab a religion. Okay, so we definitely... Oh, for Founder Belief, I always go for Tithe, get that extra gold. And for Belief, excuse me, I think Pagodas. Pagodas are just too good. That 2 extra happinesses just can't be passed up. We could also pick up monasteries, because we have the wine in London, and we have that incense to the northeast here. But, yeah, I think for now, we'll just do typical Tithe Pagodas. There we go. And if we look, we are indeed the first to build, first to found a religion, excuse me, so just have it auto-build, auto-buy a missionary. So we can spread that faith to Nottingham and York. There's some more wine down here. There's also some truffles. Some snuffly trufflies, as Ursa Ryan would say. We started on a big one. A big landmass. That is a big island. Oh, is that... Oh... Aztecs. Ooh, boy. Who founded a religion? Orenda. That is, I believe that's the Iroquois faith, if I'm not mistaken. We can look at... Excuse me. Yes. Oh. Speak of the devil. There he is. It is, in fact, the Iroquois, or the Haudenosaunee, as they call themselves. Yeah, holy city for Orenda. So they went monasteries, so we won't be able to get that for ourselves. So yeah, we'll have to go for something else for a second belief. Yeah, we definitely want to settle down here. Thinking right there, so we can get all these resources, and then Uluru. They'll probably want to settle here for the incense and the iron. Yeah. Maybe up there for the gems? We'll see. Play things by ear. Ooh, Nottingham wants salt. How? No. He already wants me to start stuff. Already wants me to F around to find out. I don't think I will. Mr. Moctezuma. I believe that's how you actually pronounce his name in Nahuatl. With the pointiest sticks. That's the biggest army, so yeah. Oh. Where was that? Over there. Did I actually put you... Yeah. Didn't mean to put him on automate exploration. Alright, we'll go for another cargo ship, and then I think 2 more triremes. Do some exploration. Oh, there's a city-state up there. Looks like another maritime one, judging by the green color. You know, this happens a lot in Civ 5. You get like a bunch of like the same kind of city-state. There's like very little variety in the types you get. There's currency. So York can build Petra. But they'll have them queue it up. Now, I think engineering to get aqueducts because those are very good buildings. Colossus would be nice, an extra trade route. Metal casting, obviously for the workshops, those are essential. Even without the domestic trade route powers, they're still very good. Extra 10% production. Civil service actually won't be that important to this game because there's hardly going to be any room on this map for farms, let alone farms that's in fresh water. So that's something we can deprioritize. I think we'll go up for a compass to get harbors, so we can get connections between our city connections between our cities, and then education, so we can get universities. Spiblos, I believe that is Phoenicia. Oh, and Malacca. There we go. Here's a mercantile city-state. They're yellow. Yeah, they have porcelain. They'll be nice to befriend because they give like unique luxuries you can't get anywhere else. Alright, send this to York. 7 extra production per turn. That is quite a lot. Oh, I think I said 11 turns. Oh, Mombasa. Oh, they're a nice dark green. Yeah, they're not all the same color like they would be in Civ 6, but like it makes them all kind of like this same like theme. The militarists are all reddish. Commercials are all mercantiles are all yellowish. Faithfuls or religious are all bluish. So on and so forth. So yeah, 10 turns. That is not too bad for a city with 3 population. I think once the trade route with Casimir is done, I'll send one to Wellington actually, because they want one, and that'll give us some extra food, which is always nice. Another, just nothing but maritime city-states. Kind of fitting considering it's a archipelago map, but still, I think you should build a circus, Nottingham. Help it stem the bleeding, so to speak, of our happiness. Yeah. If you're just friends with a mercantile city-state, they will give you just 2 happiness, kind of for free. So, yeah, even if you don't get the luxury, you get 2 free happiness. Mausoleum of Halicarnassus. Well, unfortunately, this isn't Civ 6, where that gives insane yield to coastal tiles, but yeah, maybe it's worth considering. Especially considering the AI doesn't necessarily seem to build it very often. With 8 turns, maybe. There's too much else we need to build here in London. I think Colosseum. Definitely struggling with the happiness most. And Mausoleum would... yeah, I think it would give us 100 gold every time we use up a great person, which is not bad, but we wouldn't get the bonus of the gold on stone and marble. So, should mark it. Then, I don't think a stable would be that important. We only have the 1 resource. Plonk like a workboat between those 2. Culture. Not bad. Well, players enter the medieval era. I think once we get control over happiness a little bit, I will start expanding a little more. Get like 1 or 2 extra cities. I wish this game had, like, map tax, like 4 and 6 do. Yeah, I mean, look at how fast our ships are, you know, 3 extra movement, it's basically double. There we go. Golden Age. And for our, I think for our next great person, I'll just pick another, do I want another great prophet, or, do I want a great scientist? I think we'll be good for science. But, I think we'll go with the prophet. Finish up our religion immediately. Enhance our religion, excuse me. Let's see. Religious community is very good. She gives extra production. Also thinking divine inspiration, because we'll certainly be, even if we don't build a lot of wonders, we will be capturing a lot of wonders from the AI when they build them, so that will give us a lot of faith. I think religious community would be a little better. And I think, yeah, itinerant preachers. Yeah, I don't want to try and convert enemy cities while we're fighting them. I think that'll be too frustrating. There we go. I think when we do start our warpath, I think Poland will be our first target. Because yeah, Syria's going to be a little harder to take. Warsaw is like exposed on like 2 sides. It does look like their second city is entirely inland, which presents somewhat of a conundrum, but not too bad. Yeah, we'll send this to Wellington to get the influence. And also, excuse me. Yeah. Come on, game. Another mercantile city-state. They also give porcelain, so nothing we can't get elsewhere. Because they have they have dyes, which will give us a luxury we don't have. Although Assyria would also give us dyes, and they would give us gems. They give us a lot of gems, actually. Oh. Yeah, maybe Assyria should be our first target. I was thinking Poland, because their capital is exposed, but it looks like their second city here is entirely inland, so we would need land units to take that. Yeah, that would be a good way to show off the longbowmen. So yeah, we don't have to decide just yet. Excuse me. We have some time before we pick a target.
Instrumental.
Oh, at some point, Egypt founded a religion, Pesajet, which I believe is just like the ancient Egyptian pantheon. Oh, Old Faithful. Yeah, discovering natural wonders also gives you, I think, a temporary boost to happiness. Maybe it's permanent. I don't know, but yeah, every time you discover a natural wonder, you get a little happiness. Whether or not it's in your borders. I should probably... Yeah. We should focus on befriending Vatican City too, so we can get the extra faith, so we can actually spread our religion. Because right now we're not making much. He's got a lot of faith too, because he has Stonehenge. I'll have London queue up some settlers.
Sou
Portugal.
Maria, Rainha de Portugal. Já nos conhecemos? Pareceis-me familiar. Ou talvez não.
Where else can we go? I think we kind of explored everything this trireme can get to. So let's just pull him back into friendly territory so we can upgrade him when we get astronomy. It does look like we will get Petra, which is very nice because not only will it make the desert tiles in this city good, but it'll also give us an extra trade route. Which is arguably just as important. I thought that was a pikeman for a second. I was like, how does... I was pulling to pikeman already. Oh, and it gives us a caravan. No, we can just use that temporarily to get some influence with Belgrade. I believe if you're friends with a militaristic city-state, they do still give you units, just not as quickly. They also won't give you the unique unit unless you're allies. Yes, new military unit from the approximately every 13 turns. Yeah. So they will give it to us just very, very slowly. Ooh, another natural wonder. King Solomon's Mines. Ooh, and a culture city-state, finally. Monaco. Yeah, pull back our ships so that we can upgrade them when we eventually get astronomy. Let's see, I think... Oh wow, York's actually got some pretty good production now, too. Not quite as good as London, but still very good. Yeah, I was thinking York could build some cargo ships as well. In fact, it could even build Colossus quite quickly. 5 turns. That is nothing to sneeze at.
Ireis considerar esta oferta?
I would rather have your dies. Get the extra happiness.
Jak ci się podoba moja oferta?
Yeah, I don't think I can do that anymore because I only have the 1 copy of Wines now. Yeah. I think what happened with, was like I sold one, I was like selling my extra copy to Poland and then like that deal ran out. And then before Poland could renew it, someone else came in and offered to buy it. Sophia. Nariswan's Elephant. So that's Siam's unique unit. I think we've met everybody anyway. But just out of curiosity, did anyone go Liberty? Portugal went Honor. Aztecs went Liberty. Interesting. Tradition, Piety, Honor, Piety, Tradition, Patronage, Liberty. Alright. I think for our next... I mean, obviously we have to go Exploration. I've also buffed this, as you can see. I think I did Exploration in the Rome game as well, but that was because we were going for a culture victory, and this reveals hidden antiquity sites and the Louvre. We'll send this guy down here. Yeah, get all those goodies. Oh, Portugal still has a city down here. I wonder where they're... They went pretty far for that one. I think once we've finished metal casting, I will call this episode, because we are getting to the, you know, we've done quite a bit, so I'm no longer friends with Cindy. Sag. Cahokia's Banana City over there, look at that. 3 sources of bananas. Do you want a banana? Peel it down and go
When pieces of bronze or gold or iron break, the metalsmith welds them together again in the fire, and the bond is established. The voice of the people is the voice of God.
Vox Populi, Vox Dei. That's what that translates to. Alright, yeah, like I said, now that we have finished metal casting and entered the medieval era, I'm going to call this episode here. So, If you like what you saw, please do feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Doing all those things tells the magical YouTube algorithm guys that you like what I see and you want other people to see it. And as always, be good, stay safe, and I'll see you all next time.